This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed Martial A-Holes! MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial A-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, Bare Knuckle Boxing Lobov versus Jason Knight recap the carnage. UFC 236 Fight Week, MMA News, the MMA-Holes Hour with the MMA-Holes. Yeah! Wonderful.
I did it better.
Wonderful. All right, we are here. We are live once again, and that's right, Jesse. Look right over here in this by your right underneath your right tit. What is that over there? What do you see, Jesse? A donation.
I see a donation.
Fierce.
I had it ready.
My name is Fierce. I never shut the fuck up. I talk over every donation. I talk over Chris. I talk over JBH. I talk over every girl I date, that's why I'm single. I talk over my boss, that's why he hates me. I even talk over your intro. I'm a Jew.
There you go. Fears with the donation. Thank you. That was wonderful, wonderful. If you did not check out Not the MMA Holes, link in the description. A circus show, the last show.
But more importantly, 20,108 subscribers.
We did it. We hit 20,000 subscribers this weekend, and all we can do is thank the MMA Holes and someone else, Jesse. Artem Lobov and Jason Knight.
Goatbov.
Yeah, that's right. They put on some war this weekend. Bare knuckle boxing. What can you say, right? Bare knuckle boxing.
The best sport that ever existed.
The best?
The best.
I was saying this during the fights that I think I'm enjoying this more than the UFC. I'm definitely enjoying it more than boxing. They enclose these fighters inside this circular ring and no gloves, of course, because it's bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
And they just want each other to beat each other to the death. That's it. It's complete carnage. I mean, there's a part of you that looks at it and says, should this be happening? And then there's another part of you that's like, yes, stop asking me stupid questions. You know what I mean, Jesse?
Yes.
Fantastic stuff, bare knuckle boxing. It really is. And Artem Lobov, Jason Knight, shout out to those two. They really, really brought it. Now, my father was speaking to me today and was saying that one of the fighters, the earlier fights, the owner comes out of bare knuckle, or the promoter, I'm not sure who it was, and said that one of the fighters didn't fight enough, and they fined him. I'm not sure which one it was.
I don't think I read the article on it when I was checking the news. I don't think I put it in the news, but I don't think it was about this fight. I think it was a fight prior to this. No,
not Jason Knight. No. Yeah, it was on this card.
Yes.
Yeah. Why would he say you guys didn't fight enough? Look at him. No, it was a fighter. Yeah, I'm asking you. There was a fighter earlier. I don't remember what the fight was. And help us out in the chat if you guys know. But they actually took money from his purse because he didn't beat the fuck. He kind of stuck in move and he boxed. You can't box in this. You can't do it. You literally have to have no gloves and you have to beat the shit out of each other until someone drops. It's a crazy, crazy sport, and I loved every minute of it. Jesse, are you going to be watching this again?
Yeah.
It's that simple. She just says yes. Well, what do you think of the chat? Will you be watching this sport again? And what did you think of bare knuckle number 5?
Mark Wallace says Conor got excited watching Lobov and tune some dude up in a bar. Vigo Thugholm says we only fly red in my hood. John Doe says they didn't actually fine or take anyone's money.
Do you know that for
That's
sure?
what I was trying to get to.
All right, talk to me.
The article stated that the owner pulled back from going after this fighter and that he was given his full purse.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Oh, I should have said that then.
Well, I was trying to.
So what was he saying? No, you were trying to say that they were taking it from the main event. But no,
I wasn't. I wasn't. But it's okay.
What? All right. Anyway, CBD, by the way, we are high on CBD right now. So if you see a lull in the action, that's because we are feeling pretty good right now. CBD is wonderful, wonderful. Timeless CBD is our sponsor, as well as BetDSI. We'll tell you more about that in a second. But you're off your game tonight.
No, I'm on my game.
No, I'm just saying you're kind of zoned. What's up?
No, I'm not. I'm good.
No? All right. Smile.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right. So this chat room over here is our website chat, the MMA-Holes.com. You can check that shite out. The greatest website in the world. It is wonderful, wonderful. Check this. Ba-boom. We got some people in the chat room over there. So if you would like to say hi, the MMA-Holes.com is the place to be. So this bare knuckle, it was $29.99. There are ways to get discounts. We had a promo code for it to get $10 off. And it was on Fight TV, right? I'm trying to figure out, is $29.99 worth it for all of these fights? I'm trying to figure out if it is a good deal. Now, the UFC charges, what, $59.99 for their pay-per-views. And this is $29.99. And I kind of feel like we get more bang for our buck.
I think it's fair.
Yeah?
Yes, I think it's fair. And I think that being able to get money back when people, like if it's a group of people or something and they get like money back on certain fights, then I think it's completely fair.
What do you think in the chat? As we get a donation over here, Jay Reyes. What's up, Jay?
Drink beers, smoke weed, and worship God Artem.
There you go. I mean, how could you not worship him, right? Thank you, Jay Reyes, for that wonderful, wonderful donation. Look at these two. Now, by looking at these faces over here, no one won when it comes to who competed. I mean, they beat the living shit out of each other. Completely beat it up. Artem, first 3 rounds, looked fantastic. Was lumping up Jason Knight. Jason Knight was like, fuck you, I'm going to keep coming forward. And the last 2 rounds, Artem kind of slowed down, and Jason was turning it up. Jason was a little upset about the outcome of the fight. He thought he won. What do you think about that, Jesse?
I actually have an article on that if you want me to jump into that before I give you my opinion.
All right, we could. Well, no, I would like your opinion, and then we'll go into the article. No?
No,
do you think he won?
No, of course I don't think he won. Okay. I don't think anybody really thinks he won.
You don't think any? Well, no, people were arguing. Some Jason Knight. I mean, there are people that hate Artem Lobov.
So yeah, I mean, but if we were to look at the fight realistically, I think Artem Lobov won the fight.
So you think those people they need glasses?
No, I think they're like normal MMA fans. If you have a fighter that you love, of course you're going to back your fighter, whether they won or not.
All right. So chat room, what do you think? Who won that fight? Did they get it right with Artem, who will be fighting Paulie Malignaggi this summer?
Joke Cyber says, I only pay for things that slowly kill me. Thomas Matthews says he lost. Daily Vigo says, street level hooker, that is funny. 78 Sound says, why the teeth knocked out? No mouth guards? I don't know if they had I think they had mouth guards.
They had to have, I didn't see if they had mouth guards, but they had to have mouth guards. I mean, especially with no gloves.
Like These Please says, the GOAT Colby Johnson says, I haven't watched it yet, but I feel like it's the same thing over and over again, unlike UFC or just MMA in general.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about that. So you feel like it's the same thing over and over again. What do you mean? It's just one-dimensional with boxing with no gloves? I tell you this, Colby, you need to watch it. It is a must-watch. Now, some people, I would say if you cringed with blood or the style, I mean, if you cringe with carnage and violence, and MMA is a pretty violent sport, but this takes it to the next level. If there are things that make you squirmish, definitely don't watch this. But check out the main event. And majority of the card was pretty action-packed. But check out this main event and then get back to us because it really was something else.
Vigo Anzalone says, Staley Vigo 02, I saw him earlier. I think he is going to call in. Flat Earth Deacon says, Buddy had one and Fuking loved it. Thomas Matthew, it's fantastic. John Doe says, I could have sworn I saw mouth guards. Easy E says, teethless prostitutes are the best. Staley Vigo says, the Holocaust was peaceful.
All right.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
We got a little Kevin from Chicago action.
Only a depraved Jew like David Feldman can come up with Bkfc. Psalm chapter 11. 5 The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. I love competition in sport. Bkfc is glorifying sloppy bums and violence.
All right, so that's a pretty harsh opinion on bare knuckle. So sloppy buns. So if you look at the guys that are competing in bare knuckle, are they at the top of their game? No. In fact, they are journeymen, or they are fighters that, their best days are way behind them. They want to make a quick buck. Artem Lobov was on Ariel today, and he was saying basically that this is safer than boxing and it's safer than MMA. He says it's a short amount of time of fighting. He made some decent points, but it's hard to take him serious when you see his face looking like this. Now, if you're listening on Podbean and iTunes, we are showing two faces, Jason Knight and Artem Lobov. It's actually on our thumbnail, so you can see it there. But I mean, they are just mangled, absolutely mangled here. So I see both sides of the opinions on this. I mean, I can see how people are like, this is just too much. But if there are no serious injuries down the road, which there has to be serious injuries, because I mean, how can there not be? But if there isn't, and they're getting cuts and broken noses and broken hands, and they heal up and they're good to go, I mean, this thing is going to keep going. The question, I mean, how do you have a roster for this? How do you build a league? I don't think you can do it. I think you just pluck from these other organizations or from any mixed martial arts anywhere, and you say, here, go at it. Fight a couple of fights, and we'll see you later, right? You think there's any longevity in this sport?
No, I don't. I think that fighters would last a couple of fights, and their bodies are going to take so much damage that it's not like the UFC at all. Those precautions are right out the window. So I don't think it's like the UFC where they can build 20, 30 fight careers. I don't think it's like that at all.
I cringed pretty hard watching this. I really did. Like I kind of flinched a couple of times, like, oh shit, but I loved it. I don't know what it was. It's crazy. Artem also made a good point, saying that with this sport here, not Artem, actually, it was Dylan Dennis, believe it or not. He made a point of that, how boxers, they block, right? They have those big puffy gloves and they block and they use it as defense. There is none of that, which levels the playing field. A guy like Paulie Malignaggi versus Artem Lobov. Paulie will be quick, he'd be light on his feet, but there's really no place to run here, and he's going to be forced to exchange. He's going to be forced to take some shots. We're going to find out what Paulie's chin's really made of with no gloves. So I think it's just fascinating to see two guys get in there and compete at the most vicious level of fighting. I mean, this is just stripped down bar fighting, really, with technique, Were you turned off by the sloppiness, in air quotes?
Absolutely not.
No? All right, let's see what the chat says. What did you think? Was it too much?
78 ounces. I can see Roy Jones doing this. Jews are killing off Mexicans, says Daily Vigo. Vigo Anzalone says, Mystic Moss, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, these police's elbows do more damage than knuckles. Thomas Matthews says JBH with the sunglasses. Vlad says Paulie is going to be slept with those brittle hands. Colby Johnson says Dylan Dennis said something that makes sense. What in the fuck?
I know. I was shocked when Dylan opened his mouth. I was like, that actually makes fucking sense. I didn't even think of that. You're thinking big gloves. They're taking off. Now you're going to get hit. You're going to be hurt. That's it. A little bit more than you were before. It's not a pillow fight. I mean, it made sense. Kevin Costa.
What's worse? Getting a cut on your eyebrow or taking a hard punch to the side of the head? Most you're being duped by the cuts and bruises. It looks worse, but the damage to the brain is less. A street-level hooker took over my job as JBH Sugar Daddy.
All right, so thank you, Real. Appreciate the donation. I don't know what he's trying to say, but okay. So think about this. In MMA, you have elbows and you have knees, right?
In bare-knuckle boxing, you have throwing each other outside of the ring.
Well, I mean, you have that in boxing, too, in fairness. In Risen or any of those other promotions, you have that as well. Any place with ropes, you have that. But if you think about it, what would you rather get hit with? Okay, what would cause more damage?
Ask away.
A knuckles with no gloves on, all right, or a fucking elbow or a knee to the fucking face. What is more vicious?
I suppose an elbow or a knee.
Getting hit with an elbow or a knee is like getting hit with a bat. Getting hit with some knuckles, yeah, that does some damage, but it's not nearly the same. So I kind of see how it's not as bad as mixed martial arts. it's probably even if you think about it. You know, it's a fascinating sport. It really is. A couple more comments over here. Jesse, you want to add in some more information on this? What do you say?
No, I think you covered it all.
I covered it all. I do. I cover everything. All right, chat.
Laser gutted sock says toenail to the eye. Thomas Matthews says, dude, a cut is worse than a punch. Michael Chapman head kick. Flat Deacon Vigo smooth. Mark Wallace says a roundhouse to the head. Roberto Hernandez says guy is missing multiple teeth. Vigo Anzalone says Vigo smooth. DB Cooper's money bags. It's all fucking fighting crybabies.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's bizarre, but you know, to play devil's advocate, you know, watching it go down, it does feel barbaric. You know, it's weird, but if you really think about it, we watch MMA, you got the elbows, you got the knees in that sport. So that's pretty barbaric too. Fighting is fighting. It's two guys in a cage, in a ring. It doesn't matter how they're doing it. They're literally fighting in there for our pleasure. So it's barbaric however you look at it. Gloves, no gloves, knees, no knees, elbows, no elbows. It is what it is. I'm going to watch. Now, I want to know in the chat, will you watch the next event? Yes or no? All right, let's see what the chat says. What is the vote?
Thomas Matthews says, where's ANH? KW 2345, let's be real, the UFC should get rid of the gloves. Vlad says, what up, Jay Smooth? Roberto says, I just left the dentist, shit's expensive. Jay Smooth, make it the new blood sport. Staley Vigo says, kill all whores. Yes, Jay Smooth. Yes, 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 sir. Vlad, sure, why not? Anything that the MMA holes cover. Fuck yeah, Artem, bare knuckle. Made bare knuckle. Yes, yeah, if it's the one where we get to see Paulie slaughter Artem.
You guys think now they have Beck Rawlings, and now you have Artem Lobov. He's sitting up top. He is the GOAT of bare knuckle. He's finally getting paid, so good on Artem for that. Okay. All right, now let's get into the first story over here of the night.
Yeah.
Jesse agrees. Go over to the MMAHoles.com where you can find all the news from all over the internet. And the first story has to do with this topic. Jesse, what do we got here in the news?
Wonderful, wonderful.
According to MMA Junkie, Bkfc 5, Artem Lobov and Jason Knight are considered not normal human beings.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
New York Gook Food.
Remember when that smelly Mexican landed a spinning elbow on the Korean zombie's temple and he didn't drop? Then the wetback catches the Gook with a last-second 6-12 elbow KO. That was insane. But that first spinning elbow did most brain damage.
All right. So I think that was just a ploy to say wetback and gook. And thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see the story over here. Artem Lobov and Jason Knight.
You know them best as UFC veterans, but it turns out Artem Lobov and Jason Knight may have other titles in their future as well. Lobov picked up a blood-soaked decision win over Knight in the headlining contest of Saturday's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 5, which took place at Mississippi Coast Coliseum in Biloxi, Mississippi. Knight felt he was robbed of the victory, but it's safe to say that no one watching the bout felt shortchanged of their pay-per-view dollars. Afterwards, both men took to social media to reveal their conditions, which bordered on grotesque, while also giving their thoughts on the intense matchup. It turns out both of these athletes are cut from a slightly different cloth than the average human being. Artem Lobov posted a picture of his face with the caption, "Any plaster lads?" And Jason Knight posted a picture of himself with the caption, "I still look good. Respect to Russian Hammer. He went to the ICU after a war on pay-per-view at Bare Knuckle." Jason the Kid Knight also posted a picture of them both with the caption, "I may have gotten robbed and not got the W, but Russian Hammer on the way to the ICU may tell a different story. Much respect to him for a great war."
There you go. So there they are. I mean, poof, that is a fight. That is a war. And it was fascinating to watch. It really was. Mm-hmm. Shit, man. What an impressive performance. Now, let me know in the chat, who were you more impressed by, Artem or Jason Knight? I would like to know who you were more impressed with after that fight, because both of these guys really showed up.
I'm really impressed with Jason Knight.
Yeah, did he stand out a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I think I expected lesser from him. And I don't know. I think that Artem Lobov, he's, record aside, I think that, you see how Russian fighters are, from birth. They're literally honed to be a certain way, and they're like dogs, they will never back down. So I expected Artem to go in there, practically with his entire face coming off and still coming at Knight full force, but I think I expected Knight to give up a little earlier, and he didn't. So
Now, I picked Lobov to win this fight just because I know Jason Knight is well-rounded. He can win on the floor. He can win on the feet. But he's been on a little bit of a losing streak. But I'm not surprised by Jason Knight's performance because Jason Knight he's been a warrior in the UFC. I mean, this guy, he is taking a beating in the UFC, and he keeps coming at you. And he proved the same thing over here. No gloves. He doesn't care. He didn't give a shit. He brought it to Artem. He had more cardio. He weathered the storm, and he showed up the last 2 rounds. He really showed up. So I'm not surprised by Knight. I'm not surprised by Artem. I'm surprised by the collaborative effort here, both of them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not pushed in either way. I think both of these fighters equally shocked me in how much heart they both have, and they want to put on a performance here. So good for them, man. Good for them. I mean, God, their heads got to kill them today. Could you imagine? I mean, your
Artem
adrenaline
was taken to the ICU, like Jason Knight said. I mean, that's pretty intense stuff when you have to go to the intensive care unit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jason Knight lost his tooth fell out of his face, and his his mouth was made even bigger. I mean, it's crazy. All right, a couple more comments about this whole situation. Bare Knuckle FC. Remember, this is the MMA-Holes Hour. With 5 minutes left in the show, you can save the show. So get ready to get those donations in. Let's see what we got here.
Potter Deacon says, sup, boss. J Smooth, Paulie better jab and run to a points victory to have a chance. Brawling with Artem would be stupid. Chris H says, looks like man's got gang banged. Laughing my ass off. Vlad says, real. Drunk Savage. Artem was on Ariel's show today, so he's good. Street Level Hooker, a.k.a. Jessica G, says Artem's T-Rex arms won't even be able to reach Paulie's face. Subscribe to T-Series, by the way, says Sahel Moiden. Robert Perez, I was more impressed with the meat grinder these guys put their face in. Tucker Baker says, long live Hick Diaz, Bushwhacker Connor, and even more trouble. Jay Reyes in the chat says, Warriors to the very end of the fight. Salute. Mark Wallace says, you think UFC guys don't go to the ICU?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they go there too. It happens. It's the sport, man. Like I said, you got elbows and knees in the UFC. Yep. And bare knuckle, you got no gloves. I mean, it's brutal any way you look at it. You know, boxing, you have more padding, you have less things to throw, but you have more rounds of fighting. You have 12 freaking rounds. So I mean, they're all wild sports. They all have their own craziness. All right, let's move on to the next story over here. What else do we have in the news, JBH? All
right, so there's a video according to MMA Mania when John Jones chokes out and revives a zealous UFC fan. The story is when John Jones choked out Lyoto Machida at UFC 140 back in December 2011. Coach Greg Jackson instructed Bones to check on his lifeless opponent in order to get some fans. The idea was that MMA fans are stupid and would think, oh wow, Jones cares about Machida. He really is a good guy after all, and then run out and buy his merchandise. Well, I guess people think it worked because now the fans are asking Jones to replicate the finish. That includes the friend in the video above who was on hand for the FIBO fitness trade show that last weekend in Germany. Jones was more than happy to oblige, which is surprising because things can and do sometimes go wrong when you start choking people unconscious. As you can see from the quick revival, the demonstration ended without incident. So this is a fan of John Jones, and the fan stepped up and offered for John Jones to choke him out in an effort to reenact him reviving Lyoto Machida.
All right, we're going to get to this video in 1 second, but before we do that, a word from our sponsor. Well, Jesse, talking about a sponsor, BetDSI. Right, Jesse? Because I want to push it back. Yo, BetDSI!
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA-Hole and get up to 100% bonus match on your winnings today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all other major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to the fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole and get this limited time 100% bonus offer to make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
Yeah, BetDSI is
wonderful.
All right, so go check it out, BetDSI. We placed our bets. Place your bets for this weekend's UFC 236 Spectacular. We'll be discussing the odds and all that fun stuff as the week progresses. The Wednesday show, maybe possibly some more of this show. But let's get into this.
Hi, Thomas Matthew. How are you?
Hi, Thomas Matthew.
It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see everyone, actually. 100 people hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
All right, Jesse. You ready for the video?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not going to play the
It's pretty entertaining.
All right, so here's Jon Jones. Hold on, let's zoom in on this. Let's get a good look.
I actually liked watching it. I watched it a couple times.
You watched it a couple of times?
Yeah, it was pretty fascinating to watch, you know?
Okay, so now this fan, to just recap what you said, this fan here, he volunteered to be choked out.
He stepped up and he wanted Jon Jones to choke him out and then revive him just like Jon Jones did to Lyoto Machida back at UFC 140.
Now, what he did to Machida, I mean, he almost ripped his fucking head off and then walked away, and I felt like Machida died in that thing. Is this kid die? Is he going to die?
No, I'll just watch.
Okay.
Hello, Vigo Anzalone.
All right, so here we go. Here's Jon Jones. The kid puts his head. I mean, who the fuck would want this?
I would volunteer.
Oh, no way. All right, he's applying pressure. The kid puts his arms out.
It's so Jones knows.
Slowly sinking his hands down, and here he goes. He's going night-night, and he convulses, and we got a donation.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right, sloppy black weave.
Follow Tucker Carlson de Goat on Instagram. He exposes filthy street thugs like Nipsey Hussle. Will you too live stream for the UFC quarterly presser? Also, who is the dumbest MMA hole you have met in person? Any black MMA holes? How about Muslims?
I'm not going to answer that.
The dumbest MMA hole we met in person.
I don't think we really met any dumb MMA holes.
Yeah, I mean,
they're all.
We've met interesting ones, but not dumb ones.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
The donation. Real.
I've spent the whole of this Monday jacking my minuscule penis to Amanda Seyfried nudes. Using just my thumb and tip of my index finger, the roids make my noodle limp. I'm more of a pathetic nerd than Fearsman 26. Maybe he and I can watch tranny porn together.
There you go. All right, so thank you, Real, for the donation with a... he said a lot of interesting things over there. And the reference at the very, very end has to do with our second channel, not the MMA holes. So check that out.
Now rewind this a little bit so that you can
all right.
see him.
All right, so if you're jumping in, we're watching Jon Jones. He is choking out a fan who willingly is asked for this. Man, I don't know if I would fucking do this. All right, there he goes. The arms are dropping. He kind of shakes and goes out. He is out. So Jon Jones puts him down. He is out cold. Jon Jones lifts the legs up. Wait, he's pulling his pants down. Oh, no, wait.
No.
I'm watching something else. And the kid just wakes up. So he puts the legs up. The kid's celebrating. He's like, I'm alive. All right, there you go.
It's so dangerous. Like, that was such a risky thing for him to do, you know? Because just like the article said, things can go wrong, you know? You get the wrong person, anything can happen.
All I got to say is white people. What is wrong with white people? Like, seriously, you don't see black people doing that, right?
I would do it.
Black people do some dumb things too, but that's a white person thing. You don't see a black guy doing that. Why? What is he doing? What? If that was my son, right, I'd be like, when he got home, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then he wakes up and he's like, I'm alive. I'm alive. You would do that, Jess?
Yeah, I would do it.
Are you white?
Just to say that I was choked out by Jon Jones. I mean,
what's going on?
I mean, that guy gets to tell the story of a lifetime for the rest of his life.
Fuck that. Listen, Jon Jones, he's done a lot. You know, he's a goddamn savage. You know, his resume is fantastic. He's the champion, the light heavyweight champion. He could be a double champ. He could be a lot of things. Jon Jones, still young in the game. But I'm gonna play it again over here. Why would anyone want this to happen to them? Right?
It's just, you know, like, it's like being able to tell the story over and over again.
Oh my God,
Jon Jones choked me out and then revived me. Like, that's crazy.
Here he goes. The legs are up, and watch when he wakes up. Watch when he wakes up from this. He looks. He's like, "Oh, I'm alive! Yes, thank you. All right." And Jon Jones is laughing like, "You stupid asshole." All right, let me know in the chat. Jesse would do it. I wouldn't. But
it's so crazy.
Would you do this? I would honestly like to know. Would you let Jon Jones do this to you? Jesus Christ, it's insane.
His head bounced. His head did bounce when Jon Jones got up to revive him. His head bounced.
I wish he died. That would have been great. Like, what happened if the kid fucking died? Like, I mean, yeah.
Super birdshot.
He's not a doctor. Daniel Miranda.
JBH likes to get choked confirmed. Most watch out.
I said that a long time ago.
Oh, what a it's so stupid. All right, let's see what the chat says.
Yup, says, look these. I do that to JJ, says Michael Chapman. No, for sure not. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, he's up. No, nope. I'd let Misha Tate do it. John would go to prison. Hell yeah, to fuck. If he dies, he dies. He asked for it.
It's true.
Sing some songs. Ross Kogar's laughing in the chat. It was JBH goodies, says Keeks. Robert Perez says, Jesse looks like Alanis Morissette. I'm brave, but I'm chicken shit.
So speaking of goodies, Jesse, over here, whoops, not over here. We have the wheel of It Was JBH. That's what it is. On the wheel of It Was JBH, we have added Timeless CBD on the wheel. Now, it's not just the vape pen. We have a bunch of things from Timeless CBD. Shout out to Timeless CBD. They are wonderful. Wonderful. And we got a ton of shit here. So we're looking to give some stuff away. By the way, on Thursday, we're going to be sending out the stuff that the ladies and gentlemen won the last stream that we gave shit away. So we have stuff here, man. We have BCAAs. We got vape pens. We got oil, CBD oil. All this stuff works. It's fantastic. We're using it. And today we tried for the first time CBD gummies. Jesse, what's your review on the CBD gummies?
I actually like them. They're delicious. I almost wanted to take a second one. There's 25 milligrams in each gummy. So I think the lowest on the vape pens was 200 milligrams. So, I mean, they're great for if you want to take them when you're going to sleep or, you know, if you just have a little anxiety or anything like that, they're perfect. I don't know. I like them.
Yeah, I like them too, Jesse. And
they taste good.
A little bit more information on it. Our sponsor, Timeless CBD.
Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested at one of their trusted labs. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products, such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole for up to 10% off your order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily, and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and promo code MMA-Hole and get up to 10% off your entire purchase.
All right, that's right. Timeless CBD, there's a link in the description. It is wonderful, wonderful. And we have a promo code for that as well. So it is MMA-Hole.
Wonderful.
I need to do voiceover work for commercials.
You sure do. All right. So MMA-Hole, you get 10% off of Timeless CBD. And for BetDSI, you get double your money with promo code MMA-Hole. All right. So that is good stuff. And Rob from Timeless will be on a special Thursday stream. So we'll be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the fights.
Yes.
Someone said that there's a press conference. There's a
quarterly presser.
When is that?
I can look it up for you.
Yeah, I'm curious. And if it is on it, I mean, I'm sure we can do that. We can live stream for that. I'm curious what the quarterly presser is going to be about. Maybe they're going to announce like all the
Friday.
It's this Friday?
UFC hosts seasonal press conference set for Friday. John Jones, Amanda Nunes, Henry Cejudo, and more.
Oh, Henry Cejudo. It's instant cringe right there.
It takes place at State Farm Arena in Atlanta at 12 p.m. Eastern Time prior to UFC 236 ceremonial weigh-ins.
12 p.m.
So we could do the quarterly presser and lead into the weigh-ins if you wanted to. But then we have to do Fuka Friday that night.
I say this. If we can do the presser, take a break, and then jump off of Fuka Friday. I mean, we don't have to do the weigh-ins, but maybe the presser. Let me know in the chat. Would you be around if we did the quarterly presser UFC? Let me know with the ones in the chat if you'd be around for that. 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Let's see what else we have in the news over here on the MMA-Holes Hour.
Okay. All right. According to MMA junkie Renato Moicano, expects Max Holloway to lose at UFC 236 return to featherweight.
Mm-hmm.
Renato Moicano expects to see Max Holloway back defending the UFC featherweight title after UFC 236. Holloway, who's 20-3 in MMA, the reigning UFC champ at 145 pounds, will move up to lightweight for an interim 155-pound title headliner against Dustin Poirier on Saturday's card, which takes place at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta and airs on the pay-per-view following prelims on ESPN and UFC Fight Pass. Moicano, who's 13-2-1, in MMA and 5-2 in the UFC, is among the top featherweight contenders, but he said he doesn't mind Holloway moving up for the bout with Poirier, who is one of his teammates at American Top Team in Florida. Naturally, his opinion comes back with some bias, but Moicano wholeheartedly believes the Diamond will win at UFC 236, forcing Holloway back down in weight to defend his belt. And if not, it potentially frees the title up for other use.
So Holloway versus Poirier, fascinating fight. Holloway lost the first one years ago. And now we are fighting at 155. Poirier on a tear. Maxi on a tear. Should be good. Shifra Dognacha.
Zabit versus T-City is rumored T-City's career is done.
Wow. T-City.
Are you kidding?
Versus, yeah, you suck off both those guys. Who are you going to root for? You're going to root for T-City, of course. Right? T-City versus... I'm going T-City all day. I'm going T-City all day in that one. Yep, that's how I'm going. T-City's going to run him over. Zabit's going to get exposed.
I hate that fight.
Why do you hate
it? I hate it.
Zabit's overrated. Your boy T-City will get a win now.
Yeah, I think T-City's probably going to win that fight, but I just got done praising Zabit, even though it was a controversial... Like, I got done telling you a couple weeks ago, don't underestimate Zabit. Because you kept underestimating him.
Jeremy Stevens. Come on, please. Come on. Where is it?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Jeremy Stevens. You can't celebrate that. Stop it. I thought Stevens won too. By the way, I caught so much hell for dumping on Zabit. I think he's good.
He's great.
He's not great. No, he's so overrated.
He has so much potential.
Zabit is the most overrated knucklehead we've seen. Just because he looks like Abraham Lincoln doesn't mean he's good.
He has so much potential as a fighter.
He has potential to free the slaves. That's how he has potential to do. He's not going to win a championship.
Stop it.
I got so much hell, and fuck you. If you want to give me hell, keep fucking yourself. I don't care. Zabit sucks. He's not going to be a champ. T-City for the win.
Super
chat. Daniel Miranda.
Fook Nightbot, hit me with them ones one.
You know what? For Daniel Miranda, he's saying hit me with the ones. So right now, chat room, for Daniel Miranda, let's do it. Let's hit him with the ones right now. Light up the chat with some ones. Fook Nightbot. That's right. Hitting the chat with the ones over there. I like that. 10 more likes. We play the goofy song. So drop it in. T-City or Zabit, if that fight does happen.
I'm going to have to vote for T-City.
Okay.
But I think Zabit will definitely give him a run for his money.
Hello, Jack. So you think you'll give him a run for his money? I think T-City runs him over like a freight train. Runs him over. Keeps coming forward. Just beats the shit out of him.
It would get... I feel like their fight...
Grabs his neck, rips it off his head. His head off his neck. Sorry. I'm a little hyper. Go ahead.
Super
his neck off his head. Shifra.
So Zabit did better against JS than Max Holloway.
He did better against JS. Why am I drawing a blank? Who is JS? Help me. Jeremy Stevens. Thank you. Then Max Holloway. He's not good. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. He's not good. By the way, Zabit almost lost to fucking Stevens. That fight was crazy close. Like, he almost lost to him. So, I mean...
It was a controversial win. There was a lot of... It was pretty controversial because there was a lot of people after that fight, and it was even in the chat. Go back in the chat to the stream that we did that, and there were people in the chat who even called controversy on that fight.
Well, yeah, because people don't... There are a handful of people that are just not Zabit fans.
See, that was biased as fuck.
So I don't know. I don't see it.
Super
Daniel Miranda. Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln gas tank is suspect. I like him though.
Okay.
I like him.
So he doesn't like the gas tank, but he likes Abe Lincoln. He seems like a nice guy. It's not like I don't like him as a person. He actually seems like a really nice dude. He seems like he's got skill. But everyone that's saying this dude's gonna be champion, I don't. Just because he's long and lanky and he's kind of got that Adesanya thing going for him.
Adesanya's good.
Yeah, where everyone is like, I think Adesanya's overrated too.
I don't think Adesanya's overrated.
If Adesanya wins the belt, he's beating Kelvin Gastelum.
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean? Am I kidding?
He's
not beating Whitaker.
I would give you Zabit being overrated before I would give you Adesanya being overrated.
Adesanya was scared shit against a 47-year-old
No,
Anderson
he was
Silva.
Careful. He wasn't scared shit, and he still won the fight.
God damn. He was scared shit of
Man,
Anderson.
you're going to eat your words when Adesanya
I was right about
champ.
T-City.
You're going to eat your words.
I was right about Darren Till. I am right about Adesanya, and I'm right about Zabit. Come on. I mean, look at my track record. Talk about a young stud coming up.
Now you just jinxed yourself.
I'm right about them all.
Yeah.
I'm mystic, for God's sakes. All right, let me know what you think about Zabit as we get into the next story. Remember, you can save the show with 5 minutes left. So hopefully someone saves it. We go a little longer. We take some phone calls. Daniel Cormier versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, so according to BJPenn.com, Brock Lesnar loses his WWE title and opens the door to a UFC showdown with Daniel Cormier. Brock Lesnar is no longer the WWE Universal Champion. He surrendered that title at WrestleMania 35 on Sunday night after getting pinned by Seth Rollins. This information is pertinent to MMA fans because it would seem to open the door to a long-discussed heavyweight title fight between Brock Lesnar and reigning champ Daniel Cormier. The pair have been discussing a matchup against each other since Daniel Cormier captured the title by knocking out Stipe Miocic in July of 2018. Now that Lesnar's role in the WWE universe has lessened, he'll have much more time to gear up for a title fight with the UFC heavyweight champ. Furthermore, this all lines up with recent reports that the UFC is working on a heavyweight title fight between Brock Lesnar and Daniel Cormier for UFC 241 in the summer. Brock Lesnar has not fought since he battled Mark Hunt in the co-main event of UFC 200 in July of 2016. This outing originally registered as a decision win for Lesnar, but was overturned when he failed a drug test. Daniel Cormier, meanwhile, last fought in November when he defeated Derek Lewis by submission in the main event of UFC 230. He certainly seems to be ready for a fight with the long-term WWE star. So the real question is, do you think we'll finally see Lesnar and Cormier fight for the UFC heavyweight strap this summer?
Yeah, that's happening. We didn't see, so we watched WrestleMania on the second channel, not the MMA-Holes.
It was actually the Ronda Rousey fight. It
was great.
It was a little entertaining.
The WrestleMania wasn't great. The Ronda Rousey, we only saw the Ronda Rousey fight. We only watched that. And I heard Brock Lesnar did good in the beginning of it, but I'm not a WWE fan. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. But when Ronda's in there, I kind of want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I have to say that she embraced this shit. Like, she is very good at what she does. Now, what I'm hearing, and spoiler to those WWE fans that didn't watch it, you better tune out now. Or if you don't give a fuck, you should tune out anyway. But I'm hearing this, that Ronda Rousey is done. She's retired from WWE. The reason why she lost the belt and she got written off, this was her farewell because she wants to pop out little Travis Browns.
I see that.
That's what I'm hearing.
It would make sense. I mean, she's got a lot of money. You know, she's set. She doesn't have to worry about, financially raising those kids. And she wants to start a family while she's still got time. Her biological clock is ticking.
Now, I mean, Ronda, here's the thing. It's like a roller coaster of emotions for Ronda. When she was in the UFC, I was on the Ronda train. I liked it. And then the whole Ultimate Fighter thing happened with Miesha Tate, and a lot of people jumped ship and was Team Miesha. I still stuck with Ronda. When I fell off the Ronda train was when, and I did think that Holly Holm would beat her. Unfortunately, we weren't streaming, and that kind of sucks. But I fell off the way Ronda handled those losses. The 2 losses in a row were horrific how she handled it. I don't give a fuck that she lost. You know what? Some say she got exposed or whatever. It is what it is. She took 2 hard L's. But the way she handled it afterwards, you wanted to fuck it. You really wanted to choke the girl. Like, you're like, stop it. Someone get a hold of this girl and straighten her ass out. She was just such a big baby. Then she goes over to the WWE, and she does fantastic over there. She falls into this whole thing. I thought she was going to be cringy as fuck, but WWE is cringy, and she's doing her job. She's flying around the ring over there. She's getting injured and coming back and all theatric. She's playing with the fans. The fans are enjoying it. So good on her. Yeah. Now, if she does retire after this and rides off into the sunset and has kids, I think she reinvented herself. So
I agree.
Good on her for that. But she is a cunt.
I think I agree with Drunk Savage. I think she just has a lot of emotional problems.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Travis Brown too.
Most women have emotional problems. So I have emotional problems. Jessica G has emotional problems. Anna H has emotional problems.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
The emotional holes. Jesus.
Good for Ronda. Like a good Christian, now she only has sex in wedlock, under God's sworn blessing. Gone are the days where she whored out, sucked off Dana White, and got an instant UFC debut title shot. Repent. If Ronda can, anyone can.
There you go, Jesus. Jesus has forgiven Ronda Rousey. All right, let me know in the chat what you think of Ronda Rousey. I mean, do you still think she's a cunt? Do you like her? Do you hate her? Let me know.
Emotional holes, LOL, says Thomas Matthews. Street Level Hooker says, LOL, totally saw that shit coming. And Jace Moose says, Travis Brown knocked out the guy that attacked Bret Hart for real the night before. Combat Content says, Artem, a living legend. Kainoda74 says, Ronda is a spitting image of Conor. They're both cut from the same cunt.
Yes. I like that. All right, so when we start this clock, it's going to be 5 minutes left in the show. When we start that thing up, the donation that comes in, the denomination, we go that much longer. So if you drop it a $20 donation, we go on 20 more minutes. I want to take some phone calls. I want to know more of what you think about bare knuckle. Jesse wants to make out with me, but there's a lot to talk about tonight. We got a donation coming in and another story, and what a segue, right? WrestleMania, what a fantastic stuff. You got. Yeah, fuck me. All right.
You're the best.
Yeah. CBD.
I know.
CBD.
I'm so chill right now. Shout out to Timeless CBD, man. Changed my freaking life.
It is good. Yeah.
I don't even care about anything anymore.
Brett Baratheon.
Congrats on 20,000. Missed it. You the best, Shan.
20K. 20K. That's right. We hit 20,000 subscribers on Saturday.
Wonderful.
Holy shit.
Wonderful.
Surgeon. Oh,
and
so by the way,
get to 30K.
Yeah.
And then 40K and 100K and 1 million.
1 million subscribers. So here's the deal. I was supposed to get a tattoo at 10K, right? I'm sorry, Shan Wood. I've dropped the ball. We jumped to 20K. So now I'm going to get 2 tattoos. Next week, right? Is it next week?
I'm so excited.
I'm getting the tattoo. I'm going to get it done. Now, here's the deal. My punishment is this, okay? My punishment is this. Not only am I getting a 10K tattoo, but I'm getting a 20K tattoo. And every 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to get another tattoo, one after another, until we hit 100,000 subscribers.
Down his spine.
Down my fucking spine. That's how that's going to work.
Actually, we're both getting spine tats that day.
Yeah. So stay tuned next week. Make sure you slap that notification bell, and you'll watch us in the tattoo shop. Excited?
I am excited. My spine's only half done, and I was supposed to get it finished like 3 years ago. So I'm extremely excited to just get it finished, to finally have it finished, and be like when I walk around with Beach Bod, finally have a complete piece.
There you go. That's right. Get that piece. Get those. Let me know in the chat if you have tattoos, yes or no. As we go into the next story over here, show's winding down. Hopefully, someone saves it.
All right, according to BJPen.com, Conor McGregor congratulates Becky Lynch. Once again, hints at a WWE move. Last night in the first ever all-female WrestleMania main event, Ireland's Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte Flair.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
We got the realest of the real.
End the show now. I gotta get back to Amanda's nudes. I'm intimidated by minorities. And I secretly want to put a military spit shine on Jessica G's Latina asshole.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Military spit shine.
My God. That's horrible stuff. Thank you
Scuff
for the donation.
Gamer, where have you been, bro? I've got tattoos everywhere. Got it on my hip, my spine, my rib, my arm.
What did he say?
He said JBH has tattoos?
Yeah, she does. And she'll be getting more next week. All right, so let's get into the story.
All right. Ireland's Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey to become the SmackDown and Raw champion. In an unsurprising twist, Irish UFC star Conor McGregor quickly took to social media to congratulate Lynch on her massive history-making victory. McGregor also took this opportunity to once again hint at his own potential move to the WWE ring. What Conor had to say to Becky Lynch, he said, quote, "Congrats to Ireland's Becky Lynch, the WWE's first champ. Wow, what a match these ladies put on. Ronda Rousey is something special in that ring, as is Charlotte Flair of the Flair dynasty. Stephanie McMahon, you are right. I could not do what these athletes do. Or could I? ...
There you go. I mean, that answers the question. We had this debate on the other channel, not the MMA-Holes. And yeah, Conor's going to WWE. I mean, that's not going to be
so cringy.
It's not. Well, that's the point. Listen, Jess, what would you do? If you were Conor, what would you do?
Money-wise, it's smart.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Publicity-wise, it's smart.
You prance around, make a cool $1 million, $2 million. Who knows how much they fucking make over there? I don't know. They're going to get paid handsomely, going over there. I'm sure Ronda Rousey made a shitload of money with that whole WWE thing. And if Conor goes there, could you imagine? Mm-hmm. And now you got this shit with this Becky Lynch. Well, that's you, Jesse.
Hi, guys.
That's Jesse Lynch. Becky Lynch. I mean, they're just capitalizing off this whole Irish thing, and yeah, it's a done deal. You can lock that shit up. All right, chat. Do you think Conor McGregor is going to the WWE? Yes or no? Let's see what that fantastical chat says.
Joke Savage says Mayweather did it. Jay Reyes is laughing in the chat. And Ryu says WWE has 41 million YouTube subscribers. WWE is multi-billions bigger than UFC. Chrome G Dome says Conor would start hitting people for real. No says Big Timer. No. Kane plays. Real says yes. Scuff Gamer yes. Michael Enslin yes. Boss Kogar I don't care. Chrome Dome says they already have him. His name is Sheamus. Jay Reyes I hope not. Bushwhacker better chance going to jail. HK Leon Sheamus the second. Duchronic Connor is too small. Colby Johnson McGregor Mayweather 2 in the WWE. Real Ireland is a weak nation. Drunk Savage not as long as people buy his awful whiskey. Why JDH dressed like it's laundry day always, says the Dink Savage. Well, you gotta get JBH right before you can ask those questions.
Oh, boom roasted.
Tucker Baker says WWE is the best way to promote the whiskey. Big Timer says no, he never will full time. Street Level Hooker says he will have his first match with Cain Velasquez.
2 more likes, friends. 2 more likes, and let's play that song. 2 more likes, Jesse. Let's fist pump, motherfuckers. Let's go. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA holds 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA holds 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA holds 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick. All right.
You know what I love about the 50 like song that people have started to do in the chat? I don't know if you noticed this, but every single time that song's played, Drunk Savage will be the first one in there to go fist pump. And he drops the little fist emojis, and then everyone starts fist pumping.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing. I'll even fist pump with you. Like, it's so funny.
It's a gay party.
I love it.
Right? We're having a gay party.
I love it. Like, every time the 50 like song comes on, people are fist pumping.
Yeah, the 10 more like song, which it was a crowd pleaser, but then it got voted away. The channel turned on it, right? Mm-hmm. And then you had the 20 like song that people, I don't know if anyone liked that song. And we were like, okay, we got big enough. We can do the 50 like song. Let's go for it. Yeah. And let's make it a party. And it's a goddamn party. It's cheesy.
Fist pumping music.
Wonderful. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get into one more story over here, and then we're going to start the 5-minute clock.
Well, you guys are going to get a kick out of this one then.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
What do we got?
According to the Bleacher Report, Tito Ortiz is not retired, shocker, and will probably fight unnamed opponent in October. Tito Ortiz has said he's not done with MMA yet, as he's told TMZ he'll be coming out of retirement and fighting again this year. The 44-year-old, who was a former UFC light heavyweight champion, faced off against Chuck Liddell in November and finished the bout against his long-standing rival in the first round via knockout. After that success, Ortiz was expected to walk away from the sport. However, when TMZ caught up with him recently, he said he still has something to offer. Ortiz said, quote, "I'll probably fight in October. After I fought Chuck last year, I thought it was going to be my last one. But my body's intact, everything's fast, everything's great. Sparring's been good, training's been great, so let's do one for fun." Ortiz told ESPN's Ariel Helwani in November he thought he should have gotten more praise for the manner in which he beat 49-year-old Liddell. In the same interview, the Huntington Beach bad boy told Helwani his win over Liddell was definitively his last fight, per Shamakar Sandhu of ESPN. Former UFC fighter and current Bellator competitor Chael Sonnen, a former opponent of Ortiz, was critical of the contest and the way Oscar De La Hoya promoted it. Per TMZ, the Californian did not approve any details in regard to a possible opponent, although TMZ said, quote, "It could be signed, sealed, and delivered within days." In January, Bellator president Scott Coker said he'd be open to Ortiz fighting under the banner, although he wouldn't want to see Ortiz take on Sonnen in a rematch of their 2017 showdown in Bellator, per Brett Okamoto of ESPN. Ortiz was at his peak between 2000 and 2003. At UFC 225 in 2000, he won the light heavyweight belt against Wanderlei Silva and went on to defend the title 5 more times before he lost to Randy Couture in 2003.
All right, he looks like some sort of farm animal in his picture. I just can't put my finger on it. Jesse, what does he look like to you, if you had to guess? Any guesses? Like
a walrus?
A walrus? Okay, what do you think in the chat? What kind of animal does he look like?
I don't know.
Let's see if they could all get it right in the chat. What kind of animal does Tito Ortiz look like?
A walrus, us know in the chat. Right?
Let's see.
What does he look like?
Okay, let's just see what they say.
He looks like a baboon, a chimp, a hippo, because a walrus is a farm animal. I don't know.
The good old farm wolf.
I don't know. Shut up. He looks like a sloth, chupacabra, right. Horse.
Some people got it in the chat. Only about 3 people got it. All right, forget it. All right, here we go.
Hippo?
No. It's something. It's an inside joke between me and 3 people that are watching. All right, so here's the deal.
Can you just say it? I want to know.
I'll tell you after the show. It's funnier if I tell you later. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. 113 people.
Hanging with the boys.
Watching this show right now. And when this thing goes out, when this time is done, the show is over. But you can save the show with a donation. The amount you donate is the amount we go longer. $15, 15 more minutes. $60, 60 more minutes. $2, 2 more minutes. All right, well, someone save the show.
We got to get you to, like, every time you get excited, I want to put, like, a little cage, like, over you and around you so that your hands don't go past a certain vicinity and you don't almost smack me in the face.
Okay. What's the next story? What else do we have in the news?
All right.
Will it be the last story?
According to MMA Fighting, Justin Gaethje wants to fight with Conor McGregor in Ireland and says, quote, "That's my dream." The more things change, the more they stay the same. For the last few weeks, Conor McGregor has been dominating the headlines, from announcing his retirement to legal troubles to starting a culture war with Khabib Nurmagomedov. McGregor has been reminding everyone that he's still the biggest star in the sport.
Let's go! Yeah! Let's come on, Ronda! Jessica J.
Save the show by never letting fears on again. Pro tip.
All right, we're going 12 minutes longer. We're going to come all over Ronda. Thank you, Jessica G. You're wonderful.
Wonderful.
You think about that? 12 more minutes. Jesse?
Yes.
How about that? Jesse, we just came on Ronda.
Woo.
And that's a fitting donation since Ronda Rousey has competed last night. Might be her final WWE.
Super
what do we have over here? Thomas Matthews says,
"It's a glitch."
Ah!
I told him about that.
Get it?
I just wanted to point out real quick. Kanoto says, "By the way, I love this, Jesse. Jesse, you're always cool, but this chill, laid back you is supreme. We need this version of you on every show." Hashtag Timeless CBD.
That's right.
Link in the description. Promo code MMA-Hole. Changed my fucking life.
There you go. Timeless CBD. Thomas Matthew, we should add that on, right? 12, 6, 18. Look at the math.
Did you have to do the math?
Look at the math, guys. What?
Super
Jeremiah White.
Keep talking, cuz I got 5 on it.
Whoa!
Up all my homies and my locks.
Yes.
3 minutes.
23 minutes. Extend the show.
Wonderful.
Wow, 23 more minutes. You get to hang with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Thank you to the donations tonight. I appreciate it. You are wonderful.
Wonderful.
Look at that, Jesse. What do you think about that? 23 more minutes of JBH. We'll open up the phone lines. And thank you very much. You sick motherfuckers.
Drunk Savage, I was just about to go pee.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Kevin from Chicago says,
Save the show. Open the phone so I can talk about this bare knuckle boxing horse shit.
25 minutes, because the timer's not up.
Timer is not up. 25 more minutes. All right, so there we go. You have 1 minute and 8 seconds to get your time extensions in.
All right, I'm going to go stim the clip.
25 minutes. There we go. All right, good stuff. Yeah, we'll open up the phone lines after Jesse stimulates the clitoris. But thank you guys for the donations. Appreciate that. We'll get into this story as well with Justin Gaethje. And then the phone lines will open up for the peoples. Let's see what the chat room has to say with 45 seconds left on the clock. No, don't do it. Oh, God, I forgot about that sped. Fuck your phone lines. You never answer for me. Well, we will answer it. We will answer the phones. Trust me. And Vlad coming in with 32 seconds on the clock with his beautiful suit on. And he wants to extend it as well. Let's see if he gets it in before the clock. Oh, shit. We got another donation. Jessica G dropping the pervert cameraman.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Choke my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 10. Pervert cameraman,
Ariani Solis.
Pervert cameraman, show them breasts.
Boobies. All right, Jessica G gets the last donation.
Save the show some more.
35 more minutes on the clock. Thank you, Jessica G. You are wonderful. Real coming in after the buzzer says.
Save show. Ty Jessica G.
There you go, real. Thank you very much for that donation and everyone else that donated tonight. Crazy stuff. We got the pervert cameraman, Jesse. We got everything. Woo. We got everything tonight. All right, so we're going to extend the show 35 more minutes over here, thanks to our wonderful peoples. I see Vlad has a donation. All right, we'll do 40 more minutes. That's what we'll do. We're going to give you 40 fucking more minutes. Yeah. It was 35.
35, the clock's up.
Yeah, but listen, I'm a nice guy.
You're too nice sometimes.
Listen, I love doing this.
Extend
Vlad.
this hoe.
There you go. Thank you, Vlad. Appreciate it. All right, usually we don't do that, but we've been breaking rules lately.
You have been breaking rules lately.
Well, listen, I love it.
I should throw these gummy bears in your face.
I should throw my face in your face, whatever that means. All right, here we go. 39 minutes. There we go. We're extending the show a lot more over here. Thank you very much. So if you are jumping in, this is the biggest circus on YouTube, the MMA Holes. We love mixed martial arts. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about anything, really. And we are wonderful, right, Jesse?
Yes.
Are you jumping in the gummy bear again?
Yes.
You are. She's gonna. Can you overdose on CBD?
I love y'all. We love y'all.
Thomas Matthew, we love you.
Wonderful.
Let me just show you guys how cute these things are.
All right, so let's see. She's gonna be in a coma if she keeps eating this shit.
I feel like I'm on top of the world. Nothing can faze me.
Yeah, she's like, all right.
But look how cute.
We're gonna have a CBD intervention for JBH. These are really good, by the way.
They're so cute.
These are strawberry flavored, and Jesse's putting it in here. And yeah, so when Jesse drops dead from overdosing on CBD, at least it'll be live on air. Link in the description. I tell you what, the stuff is really good.
Super chat.
Tucker Baker with the 2.
Aren't you guys glad Nipsey Hussle is dead?
All right, so we actually spoke about Nipsey Hussle. We had no idea who he was, and no, we're not glad he's dead. I don't know who he is, so I can't root against him, but he died. All right, let's...
Kainoto says it's impossible to OD on CBD.
All right.
You have to eat Camus 50 metric tons to kill yourself. That's the beauty of the stuff. I told you.
Oh.
I told you.
It's going to get really expensive. So here's the thing. We're going to have Rob from Timeless CBD on Thursday. He's going to debunk all the myths about CBD. He's going to inform you guys some more.
CBH trying to cut the show short. Let the extra 5 go.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
CBH?
Okay. We did.
How dare you, CBH. Thank you,
CBH.
Brett, awesome stuff. All right, we're going to open up the phone lines. Love to speak to the people. And I think that Artem Lobov is a hot topic. I think that's something that we need to get to. Right, Jess? What do you think?
Sure.
All right. Let's do that. Googly Googles. Let's open this shit up. Jesse, what is the number so the people know?
Super chat.
We'll tell them after this donation.
Jews have the smartest sperm.
Bare knuckle boxing turns morons into retards.
Oh.
Whoa.
Come on.
All right. So we're split. Now, I am on the fence, but I am leaning more towards the side of it's not as dangerous as mixed martial arts when you look at elbows and knees, right? So I think both sports are vicious. Boxing's a vicious one too. Look at Muhammad Ali. That dude was a fucking vegetable before he died. So, you know, combat sports, any shape or form is dangerous. All right, let's open up the phone lines. Jesse, who do you think's the first one that's going to call?
Kevin.
If you had to guess.
Who else is going to call?
Kevin?
Kevin.
All right, let's do this. And all right, we got another super chat coming in over here. After the super chat, I'm going to open them puppies up.
Super chat.
We got Thomas Matthew.
CBD Mos and Jess is the best Mos and Jess.
That's right. Yeah.
I said that's right.
Well, I'm always good. So a CBD just makes me better.
Now I'm always good.
Now Jesse's always good. I
used to not always be good.
She's a raving lunatic. She is like, but
even
now,
off air, I'm a raving lunatic.
Now CBD has mellowed out. So what we need, CBD stands for comatose, right? Is that what it means? All right. 516-522-0267. All joking aside, link in the description. Stuff is good. And shout out to Jessica G, Thomas Matthew. We heard that you guys were dabbling on their website and ordered stuff. So let us know what you think. All right. Phone lines are open. Jess, we'll take a couple of comments from the chat room.
Street Level Hooker says, JBH, has it helped with your headaches? Yes, Jessica. I haven't complained about one headache since I started CBD.
Whoa. You are live.
Street Level Hooker says, JBH, has it helped with your
here
headaches?
we go. Lower the background. You're live with the MMA Holes.
What's going on, Boston JBH? This is Real.
Real. How's it going, Real?
Pretty good. Just wanted to make it nice and quick. I want to start off by saying thank you, Jessica G, for saving the show. Wonderful, wonderful donations.
Aw, Real. You're thanking Jessica G?
Yeah, you know, I figured as a newborn Christian, what do they call them, born again?
Mm-hmm.
I started 2 hours ago.
Ah.
And, you know, I just wanted to start off by sending out the olive branch.
That's very nice of you.
She's sending you kisses in the chat right now.
But anyway, Mo.
Yeah, real. Before you get to your point,
Well,
I just got to say something really quick. Has anyone ever told you that you sound like Norm Macdonald?
No, but I've been told I look like Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
other superstars like that.
Yeah, we all get that.
That's great.
All right, get to your point. Go ahead.
Bare knuckle, I loved it. Even a couple of fights before, I thought they were really entertaining. And the main event was just awesome. I think that was the bare knuckle boxing Bonner and Forrest Griffin fight for the UFC, if you get my analogy. And secondly, there's not really a lot of exciting fights coming up. I mean, the build-up for Max and Poirier is okay. I forgot Gastelum and what's his name are fighting this week. And it's been kind of boring without McGregor. And I'm not even a big McGregor fan, but I do want him back.
All right, so your phone's cutting in and out. Any more points?
No. I hope Kevin from Chicago calls in. That's
all right.
it.
There you go, real. All right. So yeah, Jess, what do you got to say?
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. You already hung up on him.
Well, I couldn't hear what he's saying. He was just you couldn't hear what he was saying.
This guy.
All right. So what did you have to say?
No, I'm not. I can't ask him anymore.
He'll answer in the chat.
No, I can't answer it.
I couldn't take it anymore. It was just I couldn't hear what he's saying.
I'm gonna rip that mouse out of your hand.
Yeah. All right.
Glue your hands to the table.
Let's get to another call. But he did say something about McGregor. He wished he wanted McGregor back, or he wasn't sure about the fights this weekend. Something to think about over here. After watching this bare knuckle event, right? Whether you liked it or you didn't like it, we're going to move over to this weekend, to the UFC, and it's good stuff. But do you think we're spoiled now, Jesse?
Yes.
I mean, think about the carnage we just saw on Saturday. And if it's kind of like a decision fest and people are playing it safe and a lot of humping and grinding and that stuff,
yeah,
you might be bare knuckle UFC. You might be there.
I agree.
So will you be there, Jesse?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
all
absolutely. Right. No questions asked.
Comatose Jesse. All right, here we go.
I'm here. I'm good. I'm in it. In it to win it.
All right, 516-522.
Like a cat on fire.
Like a cat on fire. 516-522-0267. Get in on the lines. Thank you, Real, for calling.
Oh, God. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's hysterical. Yeah, All right. What the fuck? All right. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
So this bare-knuckle boxing, they start the ring in a 5x5 ring. They make them start. They freaking put them up to the line right next to each other. They make them start a foot away from each other. They bring in sloppy brawlers, C-level fighters who got cut from the UFC. And it's no sport, man. There's actually no sport in it. All it is sloppy bums swinging and trading, and all these fans, oh, then that was awesome. They're such warriors, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what you turn into and watch fighting for, is to watch warriors fighting. I don't know about you, but I like watching, like, the best fighters fight. I like seeing who's the most talented fighters and who is the best. These guys ain't the best at anything. They're sloppy bums. And all these people praising this shit like this is some cool thing. They need to get rid of this. I hope the Athletic Commission, I hope the government shuts that whole thing down because it's garbage.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Thanks, Kevin. That's Kevin from Chicago calling. He doesn't like it, Jess. I don't think he enjoys it. What do you think?
I agree.
He's very passionate about it.
Well, in fairness, Kevin's passionate about everything. So.
Well, okay. Now, he enjoys wrestling and stuff like that, but he says that he feels it's sloppy. It's not the best fighters fighting. He wants to see the highest of level fighters in there and fighting, right?
Yes.
And he makes a point. Yeah, these guys are journeymen. These men and women are fighters that are pretty much washed up wherever they fought before. They're thrown into these rings, and they're like, let's go for it. It is a tight ring. They are forced to beat the fuck out of each other. There's no place to run. The ref breaks it up real quick. Beat the shit out of each other, guys. So that's what we're dealing with here. I do feel it is a sport because we have rules. It is vicious, but so is MMA. So is MMA. So the point that he made with these fighters not being the best talents, yeah, I mean, but if you watch local organizations, does that mean you can't watch like local shows?
I don't think so.
Hold on a second. We got a super chat. Thomas Matthew.
This guy is garbage.
He's trying to get in while Kevin was on the line.
Almost got it in. This guy is garbage. So he makes a good point. I'm not going to completely dismiss him here. It is not the best, but I look at it this way, okay? We'll go to CES, and we're not watching the best athletes out there. We're watching some up-and-comers and journeymen. That's what we're watching in CES compete.
I think as a fight fan, you're not solely a fan of the big guys, like the big names. Like, if you're a fight fan, you're a fan of fights. Like, that's the whole purpose of it. So I don't think that I don't know. I don't think you can devalue something like BKFC or anything like that. Like, as a fight fan, I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. The blood, the fucking, the adrenaline that goes into, like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, no, I disagree. I don't think you can devalue
all right,
BKFC.
Let's talk about what Jay Smooth says in the chat. He says there was not much skill involved, just straight brawling.
That's what fight fans love to watch.
Well, here's the thing, and it is true what Jay's saying, but my argument would be this. When you watch a Wonder Boy fight, Darren Till, or when you watch a strategic fight out there, we complain about that. Kevin from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he complain about Adesanya versus Silva?
I'm not familiar.
I'm almost positive Kevin from Chicago, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive he complained about Adesanya versus Silva. And you can argue that these guys are, Adesanya is one of the biggest up-and-coming fighters. Anderson Silva is one of the most strategic fighters out there. I mean, this guy is a legend of the sport, and people didn't like that, right? So, he didn't like that. So if you don't like that, and you don't like this, you want to see the highest level fighters, what do you want to see? It's. I feel like you're being a little picky, right? Mm-hmm. But it's a good call. I want to hear both sides of the equation. Give us your calls, 516-522-0267. Love to know what you think about bare knuckle boxing. Let's see what the chat says. Oh, they love it. Jess, take this one.
573, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey. SDMF Anthony, what's up?
Oh, it's SDMF Anthony. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. I haven't seen any of the new bare knuckle stuff, but I remember back in the day when Kimbo, God rest his soul, was fighting, and loved it. And I'm a big fan and respect Joe Rogan. I've listened to Joe for a long time, and Joe thinks that it's safer than fighting in the UFC because you hurt your hands, you hurt your you hurt, instead of just having this fucking glove on and shit. So not big on it. I don't follow it. I'd rather watch you guys react to it. Yeah, I'm not into it, but I think it's safer from what all the experts that know shit about fighting say. And on the other tip, I think that Justin Gaethje, I can't ever say his last name, and Conor, I think that would be a great fight. To be honest with you, I love Conor. That's my man. Always will be. But I think Justin could probably beat the fuck out of him. I mean, that guy, I've never seen a warrior with a heart. I mean, there's a couple of them, but man, he's up there. I've never seen a guy fight like that in my life, like that guy. I think Conor would have a hell of a damn situation on his hands.
I agree.
All right. Good call. Thank you, Anthony. All right, so Anthony bringing up this point. All right, go for it, Jess.
Well, I just want to say, just before I lose it, he mentioned in the very beginning about how bare knuckle was safer for fighters, how Joe Rogan said it was safer for fighters because they are hurting their hands. And I could see that. I could see it. If fighters are consistently breaking their hands or causing so much damage to their hands in the middle of a fight that they can't swing as hard anymore, imagine the rate of CTE going down, but like other injuries to the body, like your hands and stuff like that, going up.
100%. When your hands are wrapped, I mean, and you're getting hit with that thing's like a rock too, and it's not, it's not breaking down. Artem's hands didn't have what it had on it towards the end of the fight. Yeah. They weren't broken. Apparently they did x-rays and they weren't broken, but they literally swollen up and they're fucked up. I don't know how Artem's going to turn it around in a couple of months and fight Paulie. That's crazy the way he looks, but he says he is. So that is a good point there. These fighters, they get injured quicker. They're going to have to get smarter and adapt to this fighting style over here, and maybe there will be less injuries. I mean, we're talking teeth flying out of the head. We're talking nasty cuts.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, the one injury with the girl, I mean, her eyeball got pushed into her head.
Yeah, I think the level of damage to the body would be significantly higher, and I think that everybody expects that. I mean, we saw it when we saw Artem versus Knight, but I think as far as brain damage goes, I don't know if it would be as high as in the UFC. Like you said, they've got padding on their hands. They're not breaking down their hands, so they can put however much power they want behind them when they're striking at someone's head. But in bare knuckle, they start to lose that power when their hands are breaking down. You can't put that kind of power behind you when you're hitting someone's head.
Kanoda says something funny in chat. He says, this is the easiest argument against bare knuckle. Lobov won. The ends. There you go.
Wonderful.
Bare knuckle opens up the door to a certain style of fighter, a brawler. That's it. That's all it's about. So these brawlers that are in the UFC that just can't get it done against wrestlers, that just can't get it done in boxing because these guys are just too fast for them, and all they got is power in their hands. Now there's an actual space for these fighters to go in there and literally knock people's heads off. We're watching fighting, and it is brutal. It is. I mean, I can't sugarcoat it. It is. Sometimes it's rough to watch, but so is MMA. I've seen some vicious shit happen in MMA. You've seen boxers like vegetables, and I mean, the way I met Muhammad Ali. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. Like, the guy didn't even know where the hell he was. So, I mean, it's what they signed up for. We didn't sign up for it. We just get to sit back and watch. All right, let's see what they donation say. It's Colby Covington.
JBH, it's real coming in. What I was saying before my crappy iPhone cut me off was, there really hasn't been much exciting build-up to Max VP Head and Kelvin v. Talcoon. Without the build-ups, it makes you miss the Irish cheater Conor.
So what are they doing? Thank you, Colby Covington. Real. So that's a good point. I mean, listen, you know where I am. The buildup from this guy over here, whether you like him or hate him, it gets you amped up. You want to root against him. You want to root for him. It doesn't matter which way you go. You get amped up. We have magnificent fights this weekend. We have Adesanya versus Gastelum. We have Holloway versus Poirier. I mean, both are banging fights. Interim titles, not really much trash talking. Adesanya's kind of low-key sarcasm. Kelvin is cringe. Poirier sucks with his trash talk, and Max Holloway is he's another one. He's likable, but he's cringy. What do we got? We have the quarterly press conference. That's why they threw it there, because these guys aren't going to bring anything, right? When it comes to mouths, nothing. So that's a good point. Let's go back to Anthony's point, too, the last caller over here, talking about Gaethje versus Conor McGregor. It's a fascinating fight. It really is. The reason why I can't count Conor out in this fight, though, is I'm going to play MMA math here. I'm going to go for it. You know, Poirier finished Gaethje. Eddie Alvarez finished Gaethje. Conor McGregor took care of 2 of those. So the only way I think, and Gaethje looks fantastic now. He really does. He looks like he's very comfortable in the UFC. He's fighting a little bit smarter. I still got to give the edge to Conor. Regardless, I would love to see this fight. Love it. Absolutely love it. I just don't know if we're going to see it. Who do you think wins this fight, Jess?
I think that given what I have predicted in the past and being right in the past, when I said that Conor, would have ring rust coming in against Khabib. It wasn't smart for him to come in against Khabib. And now he's out again. And he's got all this stuff going on. And I just feel that Conor is not the same Conor anymore. In the past, I might have said Conor. But I genuinely think Gaethje might have what it takes against Conor.
Now, what is Khabib's record?
27-0.
Ring rust, cage rust, whatever you want to call it. Khabib is 27-0. I mean... No, I don't care what you have. I don't care how Conor comes into that fight. Khabib is Khabib.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that as just an argument, but it is one argument that I could use, and I genuinely think that Conor, he's just out of it,
All right. We have, Jews have the smartest sperm with a $2 donation.
You can defend in boxing in this crap.
No, you can't defend, and yeah, it's true. And we spoke about it earlier. Dylan Dennis said the same thing. Boxing, you have those big gloves, and you're just putting it in front of your face and just blocking. You're just hitting pillows, right? Now, this is what makes Paulie Malignaggi versus Artem Lobov fascinating to me. What is if Paulie's cornered, right, against those ropes, and Artem is unloading the hands? You got it. The playing field's leveled. I still I have to give the edge to Paulie in this fight, but it's fascinating how no gloves, no protection, just fist on face. I don't think it's 100% layup with Paulie. I really don't. And Artem's been in there already, so he knows what to expect.
Right.
Paulie's been. When was the last time Paulie competed? I mean, it might be closer than people think. All right, let me know in the chat who wins, Paulie or Artem. A lot of things to talk about. We're opening up the phone lines again, 516-522-0267. What a fantastic... I'm glad you guys saved the show. Good stuff here. You guys are bringing the heat. What do they say in the chat?
Street Level Hooker says Paulie is going to piece Artem the fuck up. J Smooth, Paulie will fracture both hands by round 3. Kainoda 74, I don't like BK. Infinite Conscious says real thanks, brother. Brett Baratheon says Goat beats Pauline. 401, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey Jess, it's Jay. And Darius on Discord. What's going on, guys?
How are you?
What up?
Not bad. What's up, guys?
Living the dream.
Congrats on the 20K.
Whoop,
yeah.
What's
well deserved.
Thank you.
I just want to say about the Paulie and Artem fight. I'm by no means a pro boxer, but Paul's got the sweet science down. It's a lot different than Artem. I just don't think he's got the boxing skills, even though he trained with Conor for all those years. I just don't think he has the boxing skills. And with the right shots, I think he can definitely take him. Granted, it's a smaller cage, but I think he's really got the science down, at least with his hand.
All right, fair enough.
Do you think it's possible for Paulie to break his hands while he's in there?
Absolutely. That can always happen with anyone. That's why you wear gloves. But obviously in that sport, it's not the same.
Interesting.
All right, Jay. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
There you go. Good call. All right. So welcome to the show over here, Jumanji Warlord. Oh my God, we got a warlord that just subscribed to us. What's going on?
Wonderful. I love warlords.
So he's saying the sweet science, and I think you can throw the sweet science out the window when it comes to no gloves. A lot of people are talking about breaking hands, right? I saw Jay Smooth threw it in there. That is a problem with this sport, and that might be the downside of it. Hold on, we got real coming in.
Most, can you please break down Paulie slap video?
We did that already. We already did it. Paulie slapped poor Artem. Yeah, everywhere he goes. He spoke about that on Ariel today too. It's funny. He's always getting slapped. So the breaking of the hands, it kind of sucks. I think we saw 2 fights. I know one for sure on Saturday, where I forgot who it was, but he either broke his hand or his hand was just done. He had to give up.
Yeah, I don't know the names. I remember the fight though that you're talking about.
Oh, let's go over here.
He got knocked onto the ground and he grabbed his hand as he was on the ground.
Yeah, that's the problem when you watch bare knuckle. Half the guys you don't even know who they are. Let's see.
Bkfc.
Where is it over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's scroll through. I forgot who it was. Let's see if we can remember. Let's see. By the way, Chase Sherman's fight was shit. That was one of the bad fights on there versus Sam Schumacher.
Like a heavier.
He was like a ginger. The guy.
Go what?
I don't know if his picture's on here, but anyway, the dude he was losing the fight, but he was coming back, and I think it was his right hand. He just held on to it. He went down on a knee, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore." That's the biggest problem, when you're getting into the fight, and then all of a sudden you see the hand go.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, fuck, that sucks. When you see a fight stop because of an injury and it's just a war, it sucks. The girl with her eyeball pushed in, she looked like Sloth from Goonies. I mean, that shit did not look good. No one's talking about that. What happened to that girl? Her fucking eyeball was pushed into her head.
Went to the ICU.
I get it. ICU? All right. I mean, it is vicious. It is. I'll give you that. All right. 516-522-0267. We got 16 minutes on the show, so keep calling in. All right, Jess, who do we got here?
774, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, you son of a bitch? It's fucking DB Cooper in the house.
DB Cooper? Is this Tree 77?
This is me, motherfucker.
Whoop, whoop. What's on your mind?
So, dude, look, check it out. More people die in 1 year in boxing than in the history of MMA. That's got to do with the fucking gloves, man. You're taking way more damage to the brain. And I know that it seems kind of ironic. I mean, idiotic to say that getting hit with bare hands is better. But it is. And it is for the reason that JBA said. It's the fucking dude. Once you start... Listen, I've been in quite a few fights, and I know when you start banging on somebody and you break your fucking hand, dude, it does not feel good to keep banging with that hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you put a glove on me and let me bang away on you, dude, I'll bang away on you all fucking day long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go punch a heavy bag, barehanded, right? Wrap your wrist if you want, but punch the heavy bag barehanded, and then punch it with a glove. And then you tell me, you know what I'm saying, what feels better, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, it is a good point because I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say something unless I was right, for fuck's sake. I don't just call the bullshit with you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
DB, I sense you're from the West Coast?
No, dude, I'm fucking right here in Boston, you fucking nigga.
Oh, it sounds like you just called me the N-word. It's I thought you were from the West Coast. I mean Jesse, right? I didn't hear East Coast at all. Boston, holy shit. All right, so represent Boston.
I like him already.
Yeah, you got to call him more.
For real though. Like, look up the stats, dude. I looked up the stats on this because I'm sick of this goddamn argument, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. Look, that's exactly. Look, that bleeding, all of that bullshit. Yes, you're gonna get cut more. There's no doubt about that because you're hitting bone on skin. It's the same thing that happens. Look what happened when Cowboy Oliveira got hit with that elbow in the forehead.
Yeah. Dude,
he fucking bled like a stuck pig in like 5 seconds, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was a bone-on-bone, clash, dude. That's what fucking happens. With the boxing glove, it's the swelling that hurts the brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's them pushing on the end swells and all shit. Dude, when they use an end swell, they're pushing blood back into the fucking head. So it looks better on your face and everything. But, dude, that shit's going right in your head. You got all this blood pressure into your fucking brain. I mean, that's not good, bro.
No.
You know what I mean?
Good points.
You barely see them use that in fucking UFC. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting hit with smaller gloves. But even those smaller gloves are going to protect the hand. The gloves are for the promoters. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It saves the hand, not the head. They don't give a fuck about the fighter. They just want to make sure that you can punch some motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That's all they care about. It's the money.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I hear it. Please don't whack me, for God's sakes. Wait, anything else?
Yeah, I'm not going to yell at dude, I want to go to that. I do want to go fucking meet up with you. Fucking maybe punch you in the arm or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. We'll blow each
other.
Punch
you in the arm.
What did you just say? Fucking blow each other?
Blow it.
That's a little heavy.
A couple hand jobs. Listen, don't knock it till you try.
I mean,
right?
I'm a bit of a fucking voyeur. I'd rather watch fucking JBH blow you than you blow me.
Right, fair enough. Maybe we can make that happen.
Oh,
all right, my man.
God.
Yo, thanks for the call, man.
You be good. Hey, take care of yourselves, motherfuckers.
All right, you too. All right.
He's funny. He's really funny.
How could you not love the East Coast?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Trigger! Jessica J. All right. Here we go. The trigger donation.
Safe space. Where is it located?
Listen, to the East Coast.
I love them.
And I'm surprised. Listen, East Coast people get it. Like it's like we have a secret language with each other. It's bizarre, but it's great. I love it. Like if I ever were to move to the West Coast, I'd probably miss the craziness.
No, you would. It's so funny. I'll tell you in a minute.
Let's see what we got here. Credo Ape Thor.
Rip Jason Knight's Tito.
Yeah, right out of his fucking head.
It's funny because I'm always thinking about how kind and calm people are in Arizona, and if we ever move to the West Coast, how I'm gonna get that back. And then I hear someone like that.
It's great.
And I'm like, now I remember why I came here. Now I remember what part of you attracted me to you. Like there's it's like why leave that? It's funny.
Great.
It's I don't know.
By the way, Pulse Reloaded in the chat says that guy was like evil and alone, right? Evil and alone. There you go. The evil and alone. I like that. All right, 516-522-0267. And he pretty much backed up what we said earlier. The elbows, the knees in mixed martial arts are just as dangerous, if not more dangerous. All right. So, maybe this sport is not as crazy as everyone thinks it is. It looks bad, but long term, we won't know until down the road. Let's get some more calls here.
413, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hello, this is Kobob, the #1 caller from Russia.
Hey, Kobob.
I'm calling about my brother Khabib and his enemy Artem.
Okay.
He is a pussy. He's pussy. He did not fight with razor blades. He did not fight with barbed wire hands. He's a pussy.
My God, those are harsh words. Now, you have some beef going on here with Conor. Back and forth. Are you guys cool now?
Do not put towel on my wife's face.
Oh, shit.
Do not put towel on my wife's face. This is my brother, though. This is my brother, Khabib. I'm Khabib.
Oh, you're Kebab.
Oh, you're Kebab.
Khabib is his brother.
Khabib.
Yeah, the accent. I can't.
Are you older or younger than Khabib?
I am younger. I'm 22.
22.
Okay.
22.
Now. Where were you when your brother choked out Conor McGregor? That was some moment.
I was protecting his wife's face.
Did you were you the one that put the towel on her head?
I put the towel on everybody's head.
So you're the one
that put the towel on all the wife's heads.
So wait, let me get this straight. You put the towel on all the Muslims' heads.
I can't do it anymore.
You almost had it.
All right, get out of here.
If you pulled through,
get out
all
of here.
you had to do was pull through just a few more seconds, and you would have successfully pulled that call off. It was funny.
Oh, shit. All right, 516.
He almost had it.
522-0267. I love the phone calls tonight. You guys are killing me.
That was great. If you just pulled it off for just a couple more minutes, I would have said that was a successful call.
Funny shit. Callers are killing it. We need more calls. Thank you for saving the show. We're going to be live again on Wednesday night for 2 strong hours. We'll take some more phone calls, more news.
Vigo Cobain, stick with the gimmick, bro. Stick with the gimmick.
You couldn't hold on. All right, who we got over here? You're live with the MMA Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind? Yes, hello.
Hey, it's Davey the Butcher from Canada.
Yo, Dave, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Long time no speak.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Hey. Awesome. I just want to say with this whole bare knuckle thing, what concerns me is when these guys are getting dropped and then they get that 10 count to get back up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're already getting concussed when they're getting dropped, and now they're taking another concuss. So that's the only way I see it's a little more, you know what I mean? It could be a little more dangerous, but I don't know. That's just my thought. Anyways, everybody hit those likes, subscribe, and fuck 20,000. Let's get to 25,000 soon.
Yeah.
Take it easy, guys.
All right. There he goes. That's
what
Dave,
a nice guy.
Dave the Butcher. He's been around for a while.
What
Dave
a
the Butcher.
nice guy.
All right. So what do you think about that? The count. Should they change that up? What do you think?
I think it sort of abides by. What do you mean change it up to what? What would you change it up to?
Or should they get rid of it and let him ground and pound?
Absolutely
I don't know.
not. This isn't MMA. This is boxing. It abides by boxing rules. I don't know. I think it's fine. It adds to the entertainment value. Yeah. I mean, people are gonna get hurt, but they always get hurt.
Oh, the people at full lines.
Already.
Oh shit. Sorry. All right.
414. You're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
JBH, it's Brett Baratheon.
Brett Baratheon? I thought you already called. Almost hung up on you.
Well, I was trying to call, but y'all wouldn't answer.
How are you doing tonight, Brett?
I'm doing good. I'm not as high as I was the last time I called.
Ah, man.
Damn it.
So I kind of agree with Kevin from Chicago. Listen, I was in Taekwondo for 10 years. I love mixed martial arts. I love fighting. I'm kind of mixed on the bare knuckle fighting. So there was a lot of good points tonight. So the last guy that called and said the swelling that stops the brain trauma. I mean, he was kind of right. He was a little off with that. But I mean, dude, fucking Artem, dude. He just, oh man, like the way he and Jason looked. It's so brutal to if you're not a fighter, and it looks horrible. But they definitely sustained less damage than you would in a full 12-round boxing match, or getting a John Jones fucking kick on the ground when your knee's down.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. So what are you saying though? But is it hard for you to watch?
I mean, dude, if you're a fan of the GOAT, it's kind of hard to watch. If you're a fan of Jason Knight, it's hard to watch. Man, I don't know. It is kind of hard to watch because these guys are just slaying each other. And I feel like when you're watching a UFC fight, it's a lot easier on the eyes than you're watching a bare knuckle fight, but it is safer.
Okay, so now the question is, would you watch it again?
Of course.
There you go. All right, get out of here. Thanks for the call. Right, there he goes. Brett Baratheon.
I like Brett.
He's good.
He's a funny guy.
They're all good tonight. All right, we got 5 minutes left in the show. We're going to do speed round, lightning round. We're going to take the calls. Get in. I would love to know your thoughts. I want to hear both sides of the story. No one's wrong here. I mean, unless you disagree with me, then you're wrong. But no one's wrong. All right? We want both sides of the story. Do you like this? Do you not like bare knuckle? All right, here we go, Jesse. Who we got?
The Knitter!
Hey, Jesse. Hey, Chris.
How are you, Ann?
What's up, Ann?
I'm good.
Good.
No. Ann, you are?
Wonderful.
Okay, wonderful.
There you go. Had a girl. All right. I want to get quick thoughts. What do you think about this whole bare knuckle thing?
Yeah.
I like the bare knuckle.
All right, so
I like the brawling. I like the blood. I like the it's just more exciting. But that's me. That's my opinion. I like the contact sports. What can I say?
Sure. Now, what do you think about the people that think it's too violent, that they're going too far? Do you think they should make adjustments, or do you like it just the way it is?
I like it the way it is because it's like boxing, like it's supposed to be, like how it was back in the old days, bare knuckles. That's what they did. You got to remember, like in boxing too, people have died. So, I mean, I think they'll probably start changing up rules probably as it goes on. I mean, things will probably start changing just like they did with UFC, how it started out. So I don't think it'll probably stand maybe the same, but I liked it.
Well, what do you think?
It's nice and brutal. What can I say?
What do you think about what Boss Koger says in the chat? He says they should get to use knives. You think they should do that?
No knives. Just bare knuckle. Just fight. Yeah, just stand. It's just different. It's not boxing. It's not boring.
I agree. 100%.
It's more exciting. Yeah, it's as long as they don't stand there and look like idiots and go to a decision. But like you said, the ring is smaller and you have nowhere to go.
Yeah,
it is fun.
It's either you fight and then yes, it is more violent, but hey, we like combat sports, so is UFC and MMA. It's violent too.
It's my new guilty pleasure. I fucking love it. I really did. From the beginning to end, I didn't want to stop. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And I had moments where I was like, oh, fuck, what am I watching here? But I enjoyed it. I really did. All right, Ann, any more points? We're going to try to squeeze a couple more calls on.
Yeah, squeeze some more calls in.
All right.
Love you, Ann.
Love you guys.
Love you too. There's Ann H., the love of my life. There's Ann, and then there's Jesse. I'm sorry, Ann. I'm sorry, Jesse. Ann she was here first. 516-522-0267. I kid. I love everyone equally.
You better love me more.
Including Chinese people.
Everyone Me.
Chinese people. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Jason!
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
What's going on?
The GOAT, that fight was epic.
All right.
I like the brutality. I think that as long as it's two willing participants and both parties get paid and they're able to sell some pay-per-views, then why not?
Okay.
What's the problem?
Jose, have you had
who?
Have you had a little bit?
Who?
Have you had a little bit to drink tonight?
Who? Jason.
Jason, have you had a little bit to drink tonight?
Thank you for the call. All right, one more call. 516-522-0267. They're all great tonight. One more call. Let's get one more call in. Let me know what you think about bare knuckle boxing or anything that we spoken about tonight. Shout out to our sponsors, Timeless CBD and BetDSI. Links in the descriptions if you want to place bets. If you want to be on the CBD life like us, feeling good and swole.
Thomas Matthew, 516-522-0267.
I would like to get Thomas Matthew on. Hopefully he's calling right now. All right, let's see. Last call of the night.
226, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, it's Keegs calling.
Keegs.
What up, Keegs?
Hey, not much. I don't know if you guys can hear me well. It's hard to hear you on my phone, but yeah.
We can hear you very well, Keegs. What's on your mind?
So I wanted to say that some of the callers made some valid points about the impact and what happens, because I heard, I think it was from Joe Rogan, he said something about the boxing glove when they hit the head at the impact, like the range of the impact it deals on the brain and the radius, I suppose, like the area it causes, and the count, with the count of them coming, the 10 count, it eventually just keeps causing more and more impact over and over again to the brain, so it creates brain trauma, right? So with the bare knuckle, I think that everyone made a valid point as well, that it looks brutal, but I think they hit a sweet spot with what people like to see, like making the ring or the cage smaller and whatnot. So I think they just need a couple of names like Artem Lobov to create that buzz.
There you go. All right. So, thanks for the call.
Very interesting.
And thanks for the pledge. Appreciate it. All right, be good. There you go. What did he pledge? Was he the one? I don't even know anymore.
I'm losing track.
Shout out to all the patrons, by the way. You guys are fantastic. Shout out to everyone in the chat that joined us tonight. The calls, fantastic. Donations. Everyone that liked this thing. 111 people watching with only 70 likes.
Lick my balls.
I just want to say before we go.
Yes.
I genuinely love this.
Oh.
Sometimes I start off a little slow.
Yeah, it was a bumpy ride in the beginning, but you're good.
But I feel sometimes I start off slow, but once I get into my rhythm, then I'm like, this is just great.
It is funny, like when we start the show, there are days where it's like Jesse's like, I don't want to do this, and then she hits that zone and she's good to go.
Yeah.
It's like up and down stuff here. Jesse's in the zone.
I'm bipolar. Just get used to it.
CBD. Great stuff tonight. Thank you to the callers, and I want to keep this conversation going about bare knuckle boxing. Let me know in the chat, in the comments section, if you're watching this on the replay when this thing winds down. We'll keep it going over there. You could also keep it going on the MMAHoles.com. All right, the MMAHoles.com. We have the rest of the news stories. We also have a live chat, 24/7 chat over there in the home section. You can go over onto the MMAHoles.com, watch our videos there as well, live or whatever. We have this live chat going, and you could hang with the boys.
Hang with the boys!
I just want to say, Jessica G said, we all are JBH. It's the curse of the vagina.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. Bare knuckle boxing, I like it. I'm going to be back. I think, like Keeg said, they did hit a sweet spot. The smaller ring, there is no place to run. There's no protection with gloves. Hands are breaking. Faces are breaking. I mean, it's brutal, but you get what you pay for. You want to see guys and gals go in there and legit fight. I mean, this is a fight, right? This is not wrestling. This is not boxing. This is not Muay Thai. This is a fight.
This is a brawl.
It should be called bare knuckle. It should be called bare knuckle fighting.
Bare knuckle brawling.
Bare knuckle brawling. Yeah. Knuckles brawling. Yeah, bare knuckle brawling. I like that. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for the calls and everyone that joined us tonight. I'm going to stop sucking your dicks and pussies.
Lovely show. Lovely.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, Jesse.
Yesy.
I'm going to put it on your face now.
Okay, I'm going to go make some cornbread muffins now.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah.
How am I going to get thinner? By the way, I gained 2 inches this way, which is fantastic. So my chesticles, my shoulders, 2 inches that way. I also gained it in my belly. So what is going on? I'm like a 180 now.
Yeah.
I started the show, I was like 165-ish. Now I'm like 180. You guys are making me fat. You're making me fat.
It's all the cornbread muffins.
All right, we got to go.
All right.
We're over time. Say it.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.